Hello, this is Oliver Powell. Now we're going to continue with Kerbal Space Program, my science campaign. We left poor Bob orbiting the moon alone in his little ship, so let's go back to Bob. We have our smidgen of fuel, and we're in the daytime side for the next little bit, so let's just fly back. Now, I only have a little bit of fuel for the tank, and these engines eat up a lot of it, so I have a dilemma. Either I can attempt to land and probably crash and die, or go home and take let's see how much science I can get just by orbiting really close. 75 science. That's probably the best bet. So we're just making this a... Yep. We're making this a orbiting the moon. Now I'm afraid to do a EVA because this isn't the most stable craft in the world, and he has only that tiny little ladder to hang on to, and I'm not the best at doing EVAs, so yeah, we will plan to land on the moon another day when I can redesign probably a two-stage lander. So let's see which one is... Oh, we don't want that. That's a Kerbin escape. Nothing that gives me a... Looking for something that'll take me right home. $3 million. 1 million. That's close. I can work with that. So now I got a time warp, 18 minutes. We'll come to land on the moon another day when I can make a better lander. Alright, so there's the end of that. Alright, so this will take me up to about 1.8 million meters above Kerbin. So I'll be able to Yep, I was right to make that call. That little burn cost me about 3/4 of my tank of fuel. Would have left Bill stranded and alone, and also probably wouldn't have enough fuel to land on the moon safely. So, should be getting lots of science review data. We will time accelerate, and I'll probably cut here. This is my cat as he comes to join us on YouTube. Maybe if I pick cute cat videos on the tags, I'll probably get a lot more hits that way. I shouldn't use too much fuel. Pumpkin, you're making this rather difficult to play. And I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm not wasting all that science on a flawed design. But I didn't want to cheat to land on the moon. I wanted to cheat only to get home. If it makes any difference. It's a very efficient lander. It just doesn't have enough fuel in it to land on the moon safely. We are returning with some sufficient data and some science points, and hopefully I can unlock some more parts. Staging, come on. There's Kerbal in its glory. Oh, and there's the KSP. I don't know if I have enough time. Probably not. Yeah, this was a bad idea. I'm gonna have to fly over. Yeah. Problem solved. So now Bill is plummeting back home with precious science on board and a madman at the helm. So we'll probably cut here and come back when I start burning up. Here we go. Here's the re-entry. Every time I play this game like this, I think of that Simpsons episode where Homer goes into space. Oh, where's my chute? Okay, it's still there. I thought I lost it for a second. 3 to 4 kilometers. It's a good rucksack march. You can walk there in a day. Bill looks, I don't know. Oh, what was that? He should be happy. He should. 15.3 meters per second. It's a little fast, so luckily I cheated and have infinite fuel. So when we get a little bit closer to the ground, I'll start. And touchdown! Yeah, okay, that's a success. As we're almost tipped over. Whew, that was iffy. Crew report. Hey, we got a little bit of science here. All right. See? Oh, yeah, he's hanging on. I didn't want to do that over the moon because he would have floated away to his death. Oh, bored. So now let's recover and get some science. $157 total. So let's spend those points. So let's see. What would help me make a better lander? Nope. Possibly. At least I could do a better EVA. No. Maybe. No. Or though, I could send a probe to the moon and get science that way. Or send a probe to Mars. So maybe. And I like having the controllability, so I'd be able to land safer. Not building airplanes yet. Maybe bigger tanks, bigger engine parts. Here's your bigger engine parts and bigger tanks, so I'd be able to get to the moon with more efficiently. I can't get that yet, so I'll probably get this. Now we're going to cut the video here, and we're going to come back after I redesign my lander, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so I redesigned my lander with a cookie cutter design that got us into space in the first place. So the idea behind that is that oh, wait a second, I can see this failing already, because as these fill up, yes, as these empty into here, they have my landing legs, and when they detach, my lander's not going to have any landing legs. But hopefully, maybe they can get close enough to the moon that they won't run out of fuel. And then when I take off, I can detach them. So let's just do a simple test to make sure everything at least works properly. And maybe I'll have to put a second set of landing legs on the main tank. And now we have brave but foolish Jebediah. So hopefully he doesn't die a horrible, painful death. So we're gonna take off in 3, 2, 1. Gear up. Heating off. Far so good. See if this thing will actually be stable enough to land, so we're gonna throttle down. Let's just cut the engines altogether. Move over a little bit. Start to fly away from the landing site, launch site. Here we go. Straighten her out. You're down. So good. And drift over one side. Well, we're falling too fast. Ah, what the f— So I don't know exactly what happened. My computer glitched out on me and brought me back to my hotkey screen. So, but it was a partial success. But let's just see. Yep. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I was trying to see if I could recover, and clearly I can't. So this needs a little retooling. But it seemed to be a fairly stable flight. I was just a bad pilot. Where the heck is this gonna crash into? So we're gonna cut the video here and come back with a redesign of a launch vehicle. Okay, so here's my redesign for my rocket to the moon. It's basically the same thing as before with the cookie cutter design, but bigger is better. But I just noticed that the craft is very shaky. I forgot to put some struts on between the connecting tanks. So Jebediah somehow survived the explosion, or this is his clone. And he's very fearless but rather foolish. So we will try and get to the moon and back and conduct some science. I added a second set of landing legs in case I have to ditch these tanks on my way down to the moon, but hopefully not. And also to land safely back on Kerbin when I come back from the moon. Or we might have to leave Jebediah on the moon and conduct a rescue mission. We'll have to see what happens. But let's see if we last. So, fingers crossed. 3, 2, 1. So far, so good. Kinda spinny. Much. And the tanks. Should put some struts on. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Definitely could use some struts. See if we can level her out. Might get less spinny as I decouple. Oh god. Aboard. Deploy the parachute. Yep, some struts are definitely required. I'd have to say. And all my gear opens up at the same time. And they're different levels, so I don't know what's gonna happen. At least they're burning for a while. So let's see if and Jebediah's happy as a pig in shit. So well, he must be oblivious to the fact that he almost died. And getting kind of late. It's a very efficient lander, I'll give it that. Of course, I do have a parachute. apparently my engines are not high enough for the legs, so that might be a redesign I might need to do. Lower my legs maybe. But I'd say this is also in a redesign, but I bet you if I was to do an action sequence to decouple these and use the thinner one, I might have enough fuel to get up. So, redesign, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I retootled my design a little. I added some extra struts at the top, some to the side, but some didn't stick. And, as you can't see right now, I changed my engines on my lander. So, we'll see how this plays out. So, alright. 3, 2, 1, and much better. Oh yeah, and I added some wings to the side. Really going as fast as I'd like, but I must say we are significantly more stable. Here comes the first separation. As always is a tricky one. Whoa! Ha 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 ha! What the heck is going on? That's gonna hit me for a second. Oh no. Turn around, you son of a bitch, turn around. Blow the gear. Oh, we're gonna land on the buildings, I think. Oh god, sorry I'm not talking so much, I'm just concentrating on my flying. And I'm not flying very well. Ah! Deploy parachute! Parachute! Cut engines! Well, successful attack on the Kerbal Space Center. Okay. Well, you survived. So I'll give one more kick at the can before I call it a night because it is getting rather late. So again, one more redesign and one more attempt to at least get into space.
Hello. Alright, so now I'm back again for, I guess this is my fucking, I don't know what, third, fourth attempt at getting into space. I just scaled down my cookie cutter design. So, I don't know if that's a problem or not, but I'm going to give this two more kicks of the can. And then maybe I'll just call it a night. So, right, throttle up. And launch in 3, 2, 1. So far, so good. Accelerating pretty fast. Restraint is always a good thing. Getting ready for this. And then this first stage. 3, 2. Excellent, we didn't hit anything. So, that's always a plus. Map like 45, yeah. Oh god. Didn't do any damage to the ship, just the tanks as they fell, so all that's falling is just the engines. very maneuverable. Okay, so we're gonna hit about 77,000 meters, but we're not very maneuverable, so I gotta try and level up before we get to the Appalachia. Alright, how are we doing? Still got lots of fuel left. I think the next thing I'll unlock is definitely going to be some more stabilization in flight. I think we'll change our destination to Midness. Like I mentioned in our previous episode, it is further away, but because it's smaller, it's able to you're able to land on it and take off and come home relatively easier. Alright, so we're almost at the top of the Appalachia, so I'm going to throttle. That's my battery. Still good. We're going down, so we gotta pull up. Pull up, damn you. Need more maneuverable ones. I didn't lose this last stage. We're still accelerating, but we need to be going a hell of a lot faster to stay in orbit. Don't want to mention the brand name of these corn chips because no one's paying me for it. So, brand X chips are utterly delicious. I ain't doing this for free. We're still going down. Try to angle up a little bit more. Shit. Alright. And we're going the wrong way, so that's awesome. Alright, we're gonna ditch this extra weight. Fuck. I don't think we're even gonna make it to land. gonna see if I can at least fly across the damn ocean. And yeah, we'll definitely call this a night after this. It's getting late. Quickly cut this together and post it for episode 2. And hopefully, when I come back tomorrow, I'll have a bit of redesign. So let's see if we can at least make it to this landmass here across the ocean. Oh, yep, I don't have fuel. Oh crap! Shit. Shit. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Haven't lost Jebediah yet. I'm not about to start now. At least I'm getting rid of as much mass as possible. God, I'm rocketing towards it. Well, I get what I can, how I can. It's not gonna be a total loss. total loss and he didn't die. Got some science, so hey, everybody wins. But you can see why I don't want to land on the water. So anyhow, we're gonna call this a night. It's getting kind of late, and I haven't really done much commentating today. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So anyhow, hope you liked it, and tomorrow we'll try again. Maybe I'll sleep on it. I have a clear head, and hopefully we'll make it to orbit again. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and have yourself a nice day. Bye bye.